It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead, and I'm back out in my garden on a nice, cool, breezy, overcast day. And the earlier video I shot was of me cleaning my beds out as far as I can. I still have a lot of stuff putting off fruit, but I wanted to come out here. I cleared a space and I wanted to plant a couple of rows of carrots, and I wanted to bring you along with me. So this is my little area right here that I'm going to plant my carrots. And I've got a few kinds of carrots in my little bag of tricks here. I have garlic too I want to plant today. It's been in my fridge for about a week, a little over a week. And I have couple kinds of carrots, I believe. I got some oxheart carrots I got in Idaho. This is from Siskiyou Seeds. I'll put a link to them in the comments. Then I have some Danvers carrots from the Redwood Seed Company. I'll put her link in the comments. She is local. These are organic. And let's see, I have some M.I. Gardner Royal Châtenay carrots. I'll put a link to those in the comments. I think I only have the 3. Let me double check. Yep, that's it for carrots. So, what I'm going to do first, carrots do not need to be planted very deep at all. The Châtenays, it says, where are they? 1/4 of an inch deep, so that's just barely. So I'm going to do rows, just little shallow rows across. Ooh, is that a little pill bug? Ooh, it is. Those guys will eat seedlings. He needs to get out of the bed. I've got, how many? 3? I'm going to do 3 rows, 1 of each type. And some people plant these in like seed tape, it's called. You can actually make your own with toilet paper and that type of thing. But I don't want to mess with that. So we're going to do, let's see, we got the Royal Châtenay, we got the Danvers. So let's do the Danvers first. And these say 1/8 to 1/4 inch. Come on, little fella, get open. I can never open seed packets without tearing them. That's why I always have to close them up with my painter's tape. Let me show you how tiny these little guys are. They are minute. So, first row down here, and let's see, it says to plant them 3 inches apart, but we can always thin them. I tried to do that, but it never happens with these little tiny guys. You're gonna get gonna fill in a few gaps I got. Then you're just gonna barely cover them up. Just barely. And just for reference, the smaller the seed, the shallower you plant them. Just a little bit of information in case you have some seeds and you don't have instructions. So there's that one. And then I brought my little markers out here. I'm going to put Denver carrots. I'll put that at the beginning of the row. There's one row. Next, we're going to do oxheart. I've been dying to grow these for a long time since I got them. It says it's a large heart-shaped carrot or root, and it has a distinctive wedge profile that makes them well suited to growing in heavier clay soils, and that's exactly what I have. I was on my way to really amending it until I had to tear up my whole garden to put beds in. I was doing the no-till, and my dirt was getting so wonderful. And now we're kind of starting all over, but that's okay. That's okay. I had 0 gopher pressure this year, so it was well worth it, I think. And then it says where other varieties might not excel. So we are going to, I just love the artwork on these guys' seed packets. It's just beautiful. And it looks like it is recycled paper even, but it's kind of cool. Really nice gentleman was manning the booth there. Let's see, I think I'm only going to plant those. Looks like they're nice resealable packaging too. And my gardeners are like that also. Okay, so let's sprinkle these little guys. And mind you, the bad part about when you're thinning your carrots is you can't replant them. They won't survive. So you just have to, it hurts when you thin them out. But it is what it is. So if I'm successful, I have not successfully grown carrots yet. I mean, I can grow them. They come up, they germinate, and everyone says that's the hardest part. Well, last year I had several, and then the gophers and the birds ate them. So yeah, I didn't get any of the actual carrots, but I can germinate them. And I'm telling you what, my little idea of the burlap worked quite nicely. And I just kept that burlap damp, and I kept peeking under there to see if they had germinated yet, because once they germinate, they will not germinate in the light, or they're not supposed to anyways. They like to germinate in the dark. So that's why you got to keep them covered. And then once they germinate, then you can put them, some people use a board. First year I tried to do it, I used a board. And I found that last year I was able to keep them damp a lot better with the burlap. These are oxheart. I'll just put ox, I'll know what that means. And then we are going to put that marker in. I love planting seeds, it's so fun. And plants, of course. Then I keep these seeds separate, because then when I go in the house, I will say, okay, I planted these, so I get out my gardening journal, and then I document what I have planted. Okay, now we're doing the Royal Chantenay by M.I. Gardner. And these are also 1/4 inch deep. So they're all about the same. They're just different varieties is all. So I'm going to put enough in there to fill my row. Now I believe I tried to grow these last year, but the critters had better ideas. So put some seeds. I can see why people do seed tape with these, because that way you're not really wasting your seeds. But we'll sprinkle them in here and see what happens. Now, one thing I did forget to tell you is they take about 14 to 21 days to germinate. Days to maturity, that's once it germinates, is about 70 days. And these particular carrots are 5 to 8 inches long. That's what it says. Alright, so we're going to need a little name tag for these guys. Excuse me. Carrots. I'll just put Royal. That way I know what these are. And then if I am successful, I'll know which ones I like as far as flavor and everything. And then I'll know to reorder the seeds. I'll tell you, as far as ordering redwood seed, I've not ordered from the Siskiyou Seed Company yet. I got those in person. And like I said, very, very nice gentleman. And hello, Gabby.
Hi, Grandma.
We're planting carrots.
Carrots?
Yep. But M.I. Gardner and Redwood are very thorough. They're quick. They're easy. I got the redwood seeds were on sale. She had a big sale going, so I bought several different kinds of things with her. And then M.I. Gardner's, their regular price on the regular seeds, not their heirloom, but even their heirloom's super cheap. But yeah, super cheap, and they ship right away. Usually when they run sales, I will warn you that they do take a while. Okay, I'm going to grab my hose and I'm going to sprinkle this in. Okay, so what I've done is I've watered this in really, really well. And then I'm going to take my burlap. I got these at a yard sale one time. And all it is their old coffee bags. And they're burlap. So I'm going to lay that in here. And kind of lay it over the edge a little bit. Maybe we'll double up on this. I don't think it's going to hurt, because we're going to be peeking at this periodically to see how it does. So you guys can see that pretty well, right? Yes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to water the burlap. And the trick is to keep this burlap wet for germination purposes. All right, let's get this down, make sure it's touching the ground. I planned on doing some fun craft. I was going to reupholstery these chairs reupholster these chairs with it, and I never got around to it. And then last year I came up with this idea. I thought, ooh, I think this is going to work, and it did. So that's all there is to planting the carrots. So we'll move on to the garlic. I got to figure out where I'm going to put my garlic. All right, I have a little area right here. So I have my garlic. It's been in my fridge for about a week to a week and a half. So I want to open this up. And I'm going to plant this about 3 inches apart. So I make a little hole. And I kind of zigzag them. I got to get up here. There we go. And you want to plant the pointy side up. So that's going to go down in the hole there. And try to take the bigger cloves if you can. And just plant them. And I don't cover mine up until I got them all planted. That way I know where they are. In case I've missed some. And then I just stagger them. Like that. There we go. And then as space allows, I will find another spot. I think I have 2 more pretty good sized heads of cloves. This way it gives them more room to grow by staggering like this. And I feel like you can get more into an area. And I'm not going to move my pine straw over them until they sprout up big enough to where it's not going to hinder the growth of the garlic sprouting up. Some of these are a little small. Did I already put one in there? Yes. He's down there quite a ways. All right, get in there, little fella. So I should probably, these are the smaller ones. I'm going to try to get one more row here. Just push this back. There's a rock. I don't want that in there. Okay. So there's one. These guys are kind of tiny. I'm going to grab another head over here. And you can just put the outer shells right in with your dirt. It's just It's all compostable. Ooh, that's a nice big clove. All right, so that one we got. I'll put that one in. Then we need one more. Then we can cover these little guys up. Oh, here's a nice one too. And these, believe it or not, are just store-bought. Then I'm going to just cover them all up. Then I'm going to put, because these things take a while. When you're planting in the dirt like this, it takes a while for things to come up. And you want to know what you planted and where. And this is just garlic. I couldn't even tell you what kind this is. I probably would do better if I actually bought seed garlic. Not probably, I know I would. But this is what I had, so this is what I'm going to use. I didn't get to order it in time. They sell out rather quickly. Then I'm going to water this guy in, and we're going to call that good. All right, so it's the next day. I have to conclude the planting video from yesterday. It rained like crazy last night, and I came out here to plant some stuff, but it's way too wet. I don't really have any control over the dirt. So I'm going to, hopefully tomorrow it'll dry out a little bit, and then we're going to continue planting some more stuff. I am going to put out some plants today that I grew in the house, like all my cruciferous, on my broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, all that kind of stuff. I want to kind of transition it to being outside for about a week, and then I want to go ahead and plant those guys in my garden. So thank you so much for watching. I hope the sun is shining where you are. If not, hopefully if it's cloudy, you get some rain out of it to water all your wonderful stuff. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and just supporting my channel. Thanks. Bye-bye.